Hi everyone, Lozo Killers here, and today we're gonna do some 2004 review with the Wave 2, so the Vaki, which were released as part of the Wave 2. So I'm gonna begin right now. So today I'm gonna do, of course, because the Vaki are also touched by the clone syndrome, we're gonna do some 2 Vakis per video. So in this video I'm gonna do first Bordak, the blue one, and then Warzak, the black one. So excuse me for the pronunciation of this name. So anyway, here's the canister. As you can see, it has the same triangle shape as the Vaki, but this time the canister is not upside down. As you can see, it's in the normal way. So of course, on the two sides you have the front pictures of Bordak. So of course, each Vaki got the same background right here, but each got a different ground. So as you can see, there's some water because of course this is the Vaki, the blue Vaki, and also there's some rain. And of course, all the sky is in a blue shade, as you can see right here. Of course, a Bionicle logo, Metroid logo, the fact that you can launch the Kanoka disc, which is a collectible or projectable introduced in 2004, the name, and I think that's quite all. As you can see, the canister is in gray, so no clear, so you can see your Vaki inside the canisters, like for example the Wakshi. Anyway, here is some information. The fact that you can put the Vaki in two forms, one biped and one on 4 legs, anyway, like a spider, for example. And the fact that you can put the Vaki inside the canister, of course. And as you can see, the mold of the canister itself is the same as the Wakshi one because you find the Utility Destiny logo on the bottom of the canisters. And then on the canister lid, as you can see, there are also this little hole right here, which were also here with the Wakshi to put the quota in. But this time, you can just put the Kanoka in it. So, for example, here's the Kanoka of Vaki. So, you can put this like that, but I think, yeah, it's not supposed to stay here. At least I think. So anyway, that's all for the canister. We're gonna show you the instruction booklet, but really nothing interesting apart from the combiner maybe and some ad. So yeah, we find as you can see the map of Metro Nui, excuse me, with all 6 Toa Metro. So as you can see right here, this image are taken from the little animation 3D animation movie that were inside the mini CD-ROM included with the Toa Metro. So yeah, okay, it shows how to turn your Vaki into the stuff like that. And here you got the combiner. This time it's made, I see, with the blue, white, and brown one. And of course, it's not a Keita. Keita, yeah. Here you got some nice pictures of all 6, as you can see, Vaki. So nice pictures. Of course, it takes it takes all the front pictures of the canister, and here you got independent image or pictures for each of the combiner. So the spider ones, which I showed you earlier, and the other one. Yeah, and then some ad for the Titan set. So the 3 Titan, the ad for the 6 Toa Metro. So again, it was also here with the Toa Metro release. And then some ad for the Mata one. So there's ad for all of the set released this year, and then some ad for Bionicle 2, which was planned at this moment anyway. So this is why they are not the final cover, but there's still some image of the Titan and Vaki, which to say are totally useless in the movie because they are really stupid and really no. And then you have some Kanoka card right here with some Kanoka code, I guess. So you're supposed to open this. We're gonna open this. I think I did not open that before. And there you go. You have a code that you can enter, of course. No, you can't on the website. I think that's all. But every Vaki has a card with his own head on the Kanoka, or at least his own color, because their head are all the same. Excuse me. And that's all for the little stuff and extras. I'm gonna build now really quickly with big blocks the Vaki to show for those who do not know how to build a Vaki and does not own any of them. So here we go with the lower part of the Vaki. So first of all, we've got a new pelvis part right here with two ball joints. So it's like the Metro one, but this time, as you can see, it's completely different in terms of shape, because it's more like that. It's more yeah, it's more in this way than in this one anyway. It's not like that. But in this way. So you got your new pelvis part. Here you can find the same part which was released with the Wakshi as part of his body. So this time it's in the new dark gray, of course. And of course the color scheme this time is Metro blue, so the new blue, dark gray, silver, and some dark orange for the head anyway. Some trans orange, excuse me, for the head. That's all. And you got the double connectors without any knee cover at all, so it's okay. The new Vaki lower leg right here. So it's the same as the Metro one and the Wakshi one. So you got one ball joint on one axis, and the other one is free anyway. And then we've got some old school Toa feet, as you can see, Toa foot right here, in new dark gray, of course. So they are mainly where you, yeah, excuse me, the Vaki are mainly, the Vaki are mainly made of reused parts, and some new parts here and there, but it's mainly old parts. Then we're gonna build the upper part of the body. So first of all, we have to make the gears. So the gear is in the same place as the Wakshi, so in this little hole right here. Okay, like that. Excuse me, so it's here. Then we have to put the upper part of the body, which is this one. So we'll find the Matawan torso released in 2003 with the Matawan series. And for the arms, we've got some old school stuff right here, because this is some older arms again. So just one point of articulation. And there the new weapon or staff of the Vaki. So this one is called the staff of loyalty. So they all have power, of course. And they all shape like this in some circle form. And of course, each Vaki got two of this. But of course, each Vaki got one different. So as you can see, we have put these two parts right here, and then we have the gear here, which will be linked to the other gears on the lower part. So you can turn the arms, kind of like the Wakshi anyway. And then we have to put some parts to cover it all. So the really upper part, this was, excuse me, I say this was the upper part, but this is the lower, the middle part, and this is the upper part of the body, as you can see, which is a new part also, really special. I think it's really made for the Vaki, because it really fits perfectly it, so it's kind of hard to use in MOX anyway. So here it is. So as you can see, the connector is already molded to put the head into. Remember the Wakshi, it was a ball joint directly molded into the next pin part, and this time it's a ball joint. And the head then, which is in three parts also. So you've got the head itself right here. Then you got the the eye and mouth piece with some pinhole, and here are the eyes. And then you have the disc launcher, the Kanoka disc launcher. So if I remember correctly, you're supposed to put this like that, and then put the head. Then you put this like that, and to link the head to the rest, you put this little axle in there. And here we go, we've got the head, and of course we put the Kanoka disc on it. So of course on each Kanoka there are some different numbers, but I will maybe talk about the numbers and stuff like that in some special review about the Kanoka. So anyway, I'm just gonna put this into the connectors part of the head, and there we go, the Wakshi is finished. So it's really simple, and of course it's all the same build for everyone. There are absolutely no difference. Remember, the Tornado were also cloned, but there were some little difference on the pelvis and neck part. But this time it's all the same. So anyway, I'm gonna talk about the articulation and gimmicks. Of course, the gimmicks, it's made to turn and to attack the opponent with the arms. As you can see right here. Then you've got the arms which are just one ball joint because of this arm, so it's really not that impressive, but you can still do stuff like that, and it can still have a long range of attack in my opinion, because when he can turn, as you can see, you can, for example, if I look up like that, if I turn this, it got a long range of attack in my opinion, but it still can't really turn well his arm because it just got one ball joint. So anyway, but yes, the arms are put like that, unlike the legs, which are, as you can see, have 3-point articulation. So the new system which was introduced with the Wakshi and then improved with the Meichu one. So this is the same as the Chua Meichu. So as you can see, you've got the ball joint right here and a double connector, so you can in all directions. Okay, and then you've got this one which can be apart all the way right here, because there absolutely no knee protection at all, so you can put this all the way down, and then the foot itself. So you can do some nice pose like that, for example, and bend your Wakshi. Your Vaki, but this is true, they share some similarities between them. And then you've got the head, which can be put down, as you can see, not upper, of course, because it's blocked on this part, and then on the side. So it's still kind of well articulated apart when you want the Wakshi to look up, because it just can't. So I think that's all. Yeah, maybe I'm gonna show you the second function, if I can say so, the spider mode. So I'm just gonna check the instruction booklet to be sure to do the right thing. So okay, we have got Ashi, or Vaki, excuse me. So put the head like this. Yeah, of course, to launch the stuff, you just have to put your fingers right there and press, and it works perfectly. So we turn the head. Yeah, okay, we turn the head like that. And then we turn the arms. Okay, then the legs. Okay, I think it's really, yeah, like that. Okay, and then it's all for this mode on 4 legs, the spider mode. So it's look kind of nice. It's okay. It's just about turning parts in some way, in some direction. So it's okay in my opinion. So what it did, it's called Bardak. Yeah, I do not recall correctly the name of the Vaki anyway. Anyway, excuse me. And here's some turnaround. And I think that's all. So I'm just gonna put this in its normal form and then show you the next one. So yeah, I put this like here, and then we're gonna review some Warzak. Oh yeah, of course, as you have noticed, this the canister lead is in trans orange, like the eye color, the eye brain colors of the Vaki. So this time it's trans yellow, and I really like this. The canister lead, because I really love the transparent colors. They will look nice in my opinion. So anyway, here's the same canister. So it's the same, but as you can see, the background changed. So this time it's more metallic and stuff like that, as you can see. Yeah, more dark, more black and stuff like that. So, yeah. I'm just gonna do some turnaround of the canister anyway, because it's the same. So yeah, and here's some ads for the movie released in 2004, and yeah, here's the canister lead. So it's all the same. What do you do quickly? Okay, I think you shown it. So if you haven't, just check on internet. Maybe it's on there. And then the Kanoka card. So again, this time the head has changed. We can see the 6th head right here of the Vaki, of each Vaki. Then the instruction booklet, yeah, and it's the same. So yeah, I'm not gonna maybe as a combiner model, but you have already see it in the first review. So here it is. A big bulky Vaki-like. Maybe it's one of the more advanced Vaki. Do not know. Go check this on some encyclopedic bionicle seats. Bionicle encyclopedic seat, excuse me. And it's all. So yeah, I'm not gonna waste some time on the canister and the instrument booklet because they are the same apart from the main picture. So this is why. And because tons of people request me to do, not really tons, but some people request me to do some quicker reviews. So I try my best to do them as fast as possible. But I still want to show you what I want anyway. And for those who don't really know the set, it needs more explanation than for those who already know this one, even if they are all the same anyway. So here it is, Warzak, excuse me for pronunciation. So this is black, dark gray, new dark gray, of course, and some trans yellow, which is really look nice on him. Of course, some silver, and of course, the new parts are just the staff. So they are the staff of prisons. This one. They look like some kind of a driller, as you can see right here, and I think they are really nice. Yeah, they have some nice shape and all. Really mechanic and stuff like that. So yeah, again we got the same part, but this time we colored in black. So matter one part in black, which can be useful, for example, for those who want to make some new Molto One, because there were just 4 Molto One released 2003, 4 elements, I mean. So this is kind of nice for those who want to do some new colors. And apart from that, I think that's quite all. Yeah, that's quite all. Of course, here's the Kanoka, which is also different, which a different symbol on it, because each region, each Koro, each Metru, if I can say so, has his own disc logo. And that's all. So you can move this like that, right here. So you really have a nice large range of attack. And of course, you can move the head, and you can do some nice killer pose right here. Nice, really aerodynamic pose like that. And that's all. I'm just gonna maybe do the four-legged mode, excuse me. I think that's like this. And that's all, I think, for this two Vaki. So this one was called Warzak. It's kind of hard to pronounce the anyway, the Warzak, and then you've got some Bordak also, and the Bordak was a blue one. So we're gonna put the 2 in front of the camera, right here, and then the blue one. So yeah, I may not have shown you the symbol of the logo, or the chemical logo. They were released previously in the Matter One of 2004, of course, the Kanoka, and not in the Tuametru. And we have still some in the Titan set. Yeah, maybe I want to make it, yeah, look like, yeah. So overall, I think they are pretty nice set. Really simple because they don't use that much part, and they still recycled tons of old school parts, like for example all the legs and arms, not legs, excuse me, so all the feet and arms, and also some Molto One body, as you can see, some Wakshi part also. So they used some kind of old parts. They introduced new, really nice parts, like for example all the head parts, which is really nice and really looking good in my opinion. So really like a Predator, really like Vicious, so yeah, they are really nice. So the overall design is really good, even if it's really simple. So as you can see, there are no, for example, no knee cover or stuff like that. The arms are pretty simple and pretty basic also. So yeah, I think that this can be one of the drawbacks is the fact that it does not bring any evolution or revolution in comparison to the Tuametru or Wakshi. They just follow the same type of build anyway. it's sort of a combo between some Waxy and some 1292. I think that's a better explanation. And yeah, so yeah, one of the drawbacks is the arms, which are not really articulated because they are just on one ball joint, so it's kind of yeah, you see what I mean. It's not really that good anyway. And the other drawback is that it does not bring any new builds technique, but on the other part, they really got a nice overall design. They still bring some new parts, even if it does not bring any new interesting construction stuff. It still does bring new interesting parts. Excuse me, like the legs and like, for example, the pelvis part and the head also. And so again, there's not in an objective way, they are no better than the other because they're all the same. So it's all up to you to choose the one you prefer. So I hope you enjoyed my review, and see you later for another Bionicle video review. Bye bye!